Hey, welcome to our YouTube channel yet again. This video will be like a time lapse because we have been doing so many turtles in the past few classes. Therefore, we're just going to go over super quick as to how to do these amazing, unique designs. When painting the eyes, obviously keep in mind to have 3 different rod sizes for the white part, the iris, and the pupil color. So make sure they're all different in size. Make sure you place them evenly on both sides so they do not look lopsided. Once you locate the little indent on the center of the turtle's shell, that is where the middle center dot goes, and I like to use slightly larger size for that as well. If you're anything like me, I don't usually draw guidelines, but to keep my symmetry, I use the north, south, east, west method to have like those guiding dots to begin my design with. For the first few rows, I like to simply place dots. Keep in mind to do from smallest to biggest ball size of the nail stylus tool. Also, to keep my symmetry, for some reason, I really like skipping a gap and then going back to fill that dot in. Please make sure to have always an even amount of dots, so there's no odd, only even number. Once you start painting these a little more often, you will notice which stuff you're good at, which stuff you're not really good at. I really like the swooshes to incorporate them between the dots just to kind of like have that separation happen. Not all people like those. They're a little difficult. They seem easy, but they're a little difficult. And again, keep in mind to always have that symmetry going. Like kind of almost an invisible ruler through the line to see if it aligns evenly. Now fast forward to this design. It's called a teardrop. After placing a dot, just make sure to use the very small end of a twirly tool. Sometimes you can use the smaller end of the pink or the yellow tool and draw that spike towards the bottom of your design or the center of your design. And you do not need to dip into the paint palette. You just simply drag from the paint dot that's already placed there. Just a little drag down should do the trick for you. So this next technique is walking the dots. So you only dip once and you walk the dots down towards the center of your design without re-dipping. That way your dots intentionally get smaller as you go down. If you're creating multiple layers to get that like almost like a leaf effect, make sure to just use a size up each time with a slightly bigger ball tool to enlarge and make sure that you have enough paint on your tool to go all the way down as well. Here we are continuing with the 4th row of walking the dots, which creates such a luscious effect. I really love when there's more layers to walking the dots. So again, keep the symmetry, north, south, east, west, even when you go further into the design as well. That way you always see that you are on point. So we know based on our classes that people love walking the dots. I understand, but sometimes when you have too much dots, you want to incorporate a little bit of separation between them. So here I'm creating teardrops in this case, or you could create like swooshes to provide a little separation between the designs. For this cute little turtle, I decided to go ahead and add one more row of walking the dots just in general because our shell allowed and had enough room. And to finish it off, I decided to do these little swooshes. Again, you can create some sort of swooshes around the actual walking the dots, or you can incorporate like little tiny seashells in between them to fill in those emptiness, I want to say, or the awkward abruption of the design. And to finish it off, I decided to go with number 1, the lighter color with these 4 little dots like in a diamond shape. And I think that was a very cute little finishing touch. So even though this design came out really cute, I still love overlapping, and sometimes I cannot resist. Therefore, I went back and did some overlapping on this specific turtle. Now it's time to create the little flippers. I just like to use a form of pointillism for this case. Simply use the 3 smallest acrylic rods and just place them, not in specific order. Just fill up all that empty space in between. And of course, don't forget the eyes. Make sure that the dots are dry before you overlap them. Last but not least, my favorite Nuvo drops, or liquid pearls is what we use for that 3D dimension. Here again, I'm overlapping with Nuvo dots, those teardrops that would brighten the whole design. And finally, we are done. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.